Is my sister Hazel's wedding of the century, the day she receives the soul mark and is crowned Luna.
Hazel and Damon have run off together!
Mom, Damon and I are true love. Leave Sean to you guys to figure out.
Damon, my destined mate, ran away from the wedding with my sister, and I was forced into a wedding dress, becoming the sacrifice to appease the Shadow Clan's fury.
You're not Hazel.
No,
Where is she?
she ran away.
Ran away? Or were you the one who drove her away?
What are you talking about?
To replace your sister, trick me into giving you the soul mark, and sit on the throne that shares the power of the Shadow Clan. You didn't hesitate to scheme her escape. You, the Silver Moon Clan's eldest young lady, what a clever tactic.
I didn't.
Since you've gone to such lengths, I'll give you what you want. But I will never mark you, and I'll make you know just how thorny this position is.
Crush the last shred of my dignity.
Wipe that wronged look off your face. Stepping over your sister to climb up and getting into this carriage bound for the Shadow Clan. Isn't that what you schemed so hard for?
If I said I don't care at all about your mark, would you believe me?
You're lying. An Alpha's mark means sharing half my life and absolute rule over the Shadow Clan. Women of your Silver Moon Clan dream of climbing onto this throne. And you, since you've taken her place, are only fit to be a permanent, unmarked substitute.
He didn't understand that I never wanted power, a throne, or some so-called noble mark. What I longed for was warmth and a home.
Take her to the basement storage room.
The basement storage room?
What? Without my mark, you expect to live in the master bedroom? Here, an Omega not marked by an Alpha is worse than the lowest servant.
He judged me by the cruelest rules of the Shadow Clan. Without the protection of an Alpha's mark, my weak Omega pheromones in that hostile, wild territory were like fresh meat stripped of its the protective covering.
Chief, the lady has been settled. She didn't resist or cry. It's just... an unmarked Omega in the basement might not survive the Shadow Clan's harsh winter. If she really can't endure it, she'll come crawling, begging me to mark her.
He waits for me to submit. I wait for him to discover the truth. We wait for each other like this until we are both hurt and wounded beyond measure.
Get up. The chief has ordered that the Shadow Clan does not keep idle people without marks. Since you're worse than a servant, go wash dishes in the kitchen. Move now!
So what if you wore a wedding dress? You didn't even get a mark. Here, defective goods without an Alpha's mark are only fit to wash dishes here forever.
My newlywed life thus began with a freezing sink and relentless mockery. Sean thought depriving me of his mark was his ultimate weapon to punish me, easily crushing my vanity. But he didn't know that patience was the one thing I had in abundance.
Chief, the head maid deliberately didn't schedule a mealtime for the lady. She's been soaked in ice water all day without a single sip of water. But she still hadn't come to beg you. Trying to gain sympathy by starving herself? Let her be! I'll see how long she can keep up this tough act.
In this cold castle where status is determined by marks, a piece of food from an unknown source easily pierced through the strength I had so desperately tried to fake.
Oops, my hand slipped. You don't have even a trace of Alpha scent on you, yet you still have the nerve to stay here? Hurry up and clean this mess.
With the Alpha's Sempitted approval, anyone in this castle could trample on me, who's unmarked, without restraint. This was his special punishment for me.
Who gave you permission to act on your own? Get out!
Chief, but she doesn't even have your mark. She's a lowly...
Even without a mark, she is still my possession. Who are you to lecture her? Get out! Don't think I was saving you. I just don't want this revolting stench of blood in my castle.
Thank you, Alpha. My sister ran away with my fiancé and pushed me into this den of devils. I grinned my teeth and endured all this humiliation, not to die pathetically here.
I heard you cut your finger in the kitchen yesterday trying to seduce the chief. But you still got kicked out? Since the chief doesn't want a defective, unmarked thing like you, how about I leave a mark on you instead?
What gave them the right to trample all over me? This disgusting touch. I absolutely cannot endure it any longer. My pheromones were released from my agitation, but this level of seduction would drive these berserk beasts completely mad. Sean, this overwhelming pressure, he too was being controlled by instinct.
You've been hiding such pheromones all along.
This was the predatory instinct of a top-tier alpha.
Carl! Lock her back in the basement! No one is allowed to get near her without my permission!
He didn't kill me, nor did he mark me, but the way he looked at me just now had changed, as if he was looking into an abyss that could cost him his life.
Boss, the warrior who tried to attack has 3 broken bones.
She's just a substitute of unknown origin. Why did you react so strongly? You almost marked her just now.
That wasn't an ordinary attack. That was the scent of the legendary Eclipse bloodline.
The Eclipse bloodline? But the Silver Moon Clan, investigate! Find out exactly what she went through in the Silver Moon Clan. And
investigate every detail of Hazel's escape. I want the truth. Yes, boss.
My pheromones not only intimidated the beasts, but also finally shattered his unbreakable prejudice. He was starting to seek the truth. The true awakening was only just beginning.
boss, the preliminary investigation results about Faye are in.
Say it. An inside source sent word that she was never a noble lady in the Silver Moon clan. She was treated worse than a servant. Because she resembles Hazel, she was constantly made to take punishments in Hazel's place.
Hazel's escape was premeditated, and the Council turned a blind eye to it. Do they think the Shadow Clan is a dump? If she truly has the Eclipse bloodline, the Silver Moon Clan is squandering a treasure.
But why hadn't she awakened before?
Prolonged torture and bloodletting suppressed her bloodline. It wasn't until yesterday at the training ground that she felt a real threat to her life.
Spread the word. Improve the basement conditions. I want her alive and conscious.
I could feel the power locked within me by shackles slowly and gradually breaking free.
I knew that in my current state, I was an irresistible hunting feast for any alpha. I clutched the empty syringe of the suppress I had just used, ready to face his assault, even if it meant death.
But the next moment, he fled.
That night, he locked himself in ice water and me in the basement.
If she truly were a woman who would stop at nothing for power, she should have clung to me last night, begging for my mark.
That was the first time I shed tears for him. Because in this cold castle, his refusal to touch me was his deepest protection for me.
How many secrets are you hiding, Faye?
If all misunderstandings need to be torn apart by bleeding truths, then I would rather the truth come a little later.
Hurry up, Damon. Faye will clean up the mess for me.
That tyrant Sean is suspicious by nature. When he sees the bride has changed, he'll definitely think Faye schemed to drive me away in order to take half the power. When he gets angry, he'll never mark Faye. An unmarkable substitute will be doomed in the Shadow Clan. Anyway, we're safe now. Let her suffer in my place.
So it turned out that hearing others' taunts pronounce my own death sentence no longer stirred any ripples in my heart. Did you hear that? This is the truth you wanted. I didn't drive her away, nor did I try to trick you into giving me your mark. From beginning to end, I was just bait thrown into a pack of wolves. The bubble of Mr. Standing was ruthlessly bust. I thought I would feel satisfaction seeing him bow his head, but I didn't. I only felt an overwhelming exhaustion.
Faye. What have I done to you?
Some wounds cannot be healed by a late apology. After the truth came out, the hatred in his eyes disappeared, replaced by a guilt that made it even harder for me to breathe.
I'm sorry. Let me help you apply the medicine.
Don't trouble yourself, Chief.
When these hands were washing dishes in the basement, you never worried about them getting hurt. This little injury now isn't worth such expensive medicine.
I know nothing I say now will help, and I don't dare hope for your forgiveness.
But from today onward, you are the mistress of this castle. No one will bully you again because you don't have a mark. No one will make you suffer the slightest grievance again. Including me.
Late affection is cheaper than grass. Sean, don't forget, we were never mates. I'm just your prisoner in name only, nothing more.
He wanted to use compensation to wash away the sins he had personally inflicted. But I didn't know if a heart that had been cruelly trampled could grow back its flesh and blood. Some wounds cannot be healed by a late apology. After the truth came out, the hatred in his eyes disappeared, replaced by a guilt that made it even harder for me to breathe.
I'm sorry. Let me help you apply the medicine.
Don't trouble yourself, Chief.
When these hands were washing dishes in the basement, you never worried about them getting hurt. This little injury now isn't worth such expensive medicine.
I know nothing I say now will help, and I don't dare hope for your forgiveness.
But from today onward, you are the mistress of this castle. No one will bully you again because you don't have a mark. No one will make you suffer the slightest grievance again. Including me.
Late affection is cheaper than grass. Sean, don't forget, we were never mates. I'm just your prisoner in name only, nothing more.
He wanted to use compensation to wash away the sins he had personally inflicted. But I didn't know if a heart that had been cruelly trampled could grow back its flesh and blood. Bullies always return with an air of superiority. Hazel thought I was still living in that swamp of being unmarked and trampled by everyone.
Oh my, sister. Doesn't it feel terrible having taken my place marrying the tyrant? Look at how haggard you are. You don't even have a trace of alpha scent on you. It seems Lord Sean truly detests you. He won't even deign to touch a defective like you.
Faye, An unmarked, discarded queen in the Shadow Clan can only suffer a fate worse than death. Come back with me. I'll plead with Father to let you continue as my secondary consort.
Secondary consort? Damon, haven't you seen reality yet? You shameless defective! How dare you speak to Brother Damon like that? I'll teach you a lesson on Father's behalf today. My hand!
Are your dog eyes blind? My mate is the Supreme Luna here. What are you to bark before her like that?
Lord Sean, you've been deceived by her! She doesn't even have your mark! She's just a lowly substitute!
Substitute? Thanks to your stupidity, I didn't miss the only fated mate in this world worthy of my soul. Watch closely. Today I will give her half of my life and share the throne of the Shadow Clan. At this moment.
In that moment, I heard my own soul tremble. It was the covenant of fated symbiosis. Saw this madman, dared to give me his very life.
No! The absolute mark? How could you give half your life to a substitute?
In front of everyone, he gave me the most sacred soul covenant and the highest status. My heart did skip a beat, but I couldn't forgive him immediately. Finished with the performance? Despite them, you would casually give away the once-in-a-lifetime absolute mark?
This is not a performance! The moment the bond was established, I felt it. You truly are my fated mate.
Yes, how ironic. The liar you once refused to mark turned out to be the other half of your soul.
I'm sorry. I feel your pain. Transmit your pain to me through the mark, even if you want my life in compensation.
He didn't know that those words would later become a prophecy fulfilled.
Chief, although you have publicly completed the absolute mark, the outside world's doubts about the new Luna has not subsided. Some within the Shadow Clan even believe this is just a trick you use to protect an outsider.
Not only that, the Silver Moon clan has been frequently active near the border recently. To completely stabilize the unrest by the Eclipse bloodline and appease the clan, you must complete true union with the Luna as soon as possible. Only by producing offspring with double bloods, you completely eliminate the thoughts of the rebels.
If you're unwilling, I'll step in and suppress the Council's voices. I swear, I will never force you to do anything again. Even if it's under the excuse of the clan's stability.
If I refuse, your rule will be questioned, and it might even trigger internal rebellion. Who will fulfill your oath then? I agree.
What? You truly are willing?
Don't misunderstand. Consider it a mutually beneficial exchange. You are the king of the Shadow Clan. You need a legitimate Luna to stabilize your power. And I need the power of the Shadow Clan's Luna to fight the Silver Moon Clan and make Hazel pay. That's it. I lied. I agreed not for the benefit, but because I wanted to give myself, and him, one last chance. I gambled my dignity on whether the regret in his eyes could ever blossom into a flower called sincerity.
Fine. No matter the reason, I agree. I will show you my true heart, Faye. I'll use the rest of my life to prove it.
The bond of the soul mark allowed us to share each other's senses. Whenever I remembered the cold of the basement, he would furrow his brow in pain.
Chief, the deployment map for the Band Defense Forces still needs your final approval. The elders have been waiting in the council chamber for an hour.
Let them wait. Can't they see the Luna is reading? Whoever makes a sound and disturbs her will face military discipline.
Yes. Try this. It's made in the Silver Moon Clan style. I spent 3 days learning it.
The mighty alpha of the Shadow Chine, ignoring Junely serves to you make pastries in the kitchen. You won't pop her feeling tall.
I'm trying to please my own wife. Let's see who dares Sal. My territory isn't strong. Now I need to conquer as your Dubas.
A bit too sweet.
Fine, I'll use less sugar tomorrow. Or, do you prefer a bit more sour? I'll send Carl to the south to gather some fruits.
Don't
Don't go to the trouble. You don't need to learn these things deliberately.
It's not deliberate, Faye. I only regret that I realized it too late. I want to make up for everything I missed, double.
His remorse was like a fire. Those cold wounds were being smoothed by his clumsy tenderness slowly.
Hazel's jealousy was like a viper lurking in the shadows. She could never bear to see me doing well. She thought I would be as weak as before, and that I would take the chance when their army pressed upon the border to bite Sean back, then go crawling back to the Silver Moon clan.
Faye! Come here quickly! We've uncovered the Shadow Clan's conspiracy! Today, we've come to rescue you from this sea of Flushing! Come home with me!
Rescue me from suffering? Damon, don't you find that ridiculous? Wasn't it you who ignored whether I lived or die and pushed me into the fire to buy peace? Look closely. I stayed here willingly. I am the legitimate Luna of the Shadow Clan, already absolutely marked by Sean. Today, whoever dares to cross the border one step, whoever dares to provoke war, they are my enemy. I will make sure they never return.
In the past, I let myself be manipulated, a pawn for whom even breathing felt like a luxury. But now, I finally see the situation clearly. I have raised the blade of fate, and this time, the handle is quenched tightly in my own hand.
Kill her! She's gone mad! She's been completely brainwashed by the Shadow Clan! Damon! Do something! Why? How come you always win? Why does everyone side with you? Even this monster protects you!
Because I never pin my hopes on trampling others. Hazel, you didn't lose to me. You lost to your own greed and narrow-mindedness.
You did wonderfully, my Luna.
Closing my eyes, leaning against his broad, warm chest, listening to his steady, powerful heartbeat, I seemed to herd a Tret-frozen fortress deep within my heart finally being unlocked. I was no longer adrift. He had become my firmest foundation in this cruel world. The thrill of revenge was fleeting after all. Hatred could never fill the long emptiness of life. When I saw him at the border, not even bothering to shift forms just to stand in front of me, I knew that the glacier had completely melted. I was ready to truly forgive him.
Why did you come over? Are you feeling unwell? I'll go sleep in the study, you sleep here.
I said before that staying was a mutually beneficial exchange, but I don't think I ever said that you couldn't touch me.
Faye, do you know what those words mean to an alpha?
It means I forgive you. My alpha.
I felt a burning wetness on my neck. That night, the arrogant tyrant shed tears, and I knew that this was not weakness. It was the world's top predator offering his ultimate submission only to me, having dropped all defenses. This was a long overdue union. No force, no prejudice, only the ultimate desire and the resonance of souls.
Faye, if I hurt you, or if you feel uncomfortable, you must tell me immediately.
Sean, if you back down now, that would truly hurt me.
His power was wild and domineering, but every thrust was laced with affection. From the depths of his soul, I read the madness called unwavering love unto death. We finally overcame all obstacles and fully possessed each other. But I didn't know that all of fate's gifts had long been priced in the shadows. Sister, the curse of the dual eclipse bloodline, are you ready to bear its price?
Thea, what's wrong? Tell me, where does it hurt?
Hazel, I can feel her. She is also awakening, the extreme awakening of the dark bloodline. She is devouring life. The deepest curse of the bloodline was fully triggered the moment we united.
We once thought that union would dispel the darkness, but we didn't know that the truth is always crueler than misunderstandings. It turns out that the so-called dual eclipse's bloodline is nothing but a cruel curse of trading one life for another.
Lord, Miss Hazel has completely completed her dark awakening by her dowering the life force of others. And you, Luna, the pure eclipse power within you is her only bane. But every time you use your power to fight her, you are essentially burning your own life source, shortening your lifespan.
Then seal it! Immediately! Seal away this damn power right now! I don't need her to have powerful ability. I don't care about the future of the Shadow Clan or the Blood Clan. I just want her to live. Do you understand? I just want her to be alive.
Sean, calm down! If I seal away my power, who will stop Hazel? Her power is completely out of control now. Once she attacks, she will slaughter everyone in both clans.
That is my responsibility. Even if the Shadow Clan bleeds dry, that is my battlefield, not yours. You already sacrificed yourself for me once. I will never let you repeat that mistake.
I knew he would rather give up his territory, give up everything, than let me take any more risk. But how could I just watch him walk into a dead end alone?
I'm sorry, Sean. I agreed to seal my power. But I know that all of us will be doomed if I don't do something.
Luna! You absolutely must not. That forbidden art will be at the cost of completely burning the Eclipse bloodline. It forcibly strips the life force from the other half of the bloodline. Once activated, you will also...
I will also die, right? But this is the only way to stop Hazel and protect Sean and the Shadow Clan. Give me the formation diagram.
Sister, you finally came. Are you here to die or to beg for mercy?
I am here to put an end to all of this. Even if I fall into the endless abyss, I will carve a path to survival for you, and for everything you cherish. That explosion didn't end everything. Instead, it brought us to this misty battlefield called death. Hazel has completely lost her mind. She is no longer just my sister, but a monster utterly devoured by greed.
Sean, you think with your current power you can protect her? How naive! Today, you will die here along with the entire Shadow Clan!
The moment I saw him fall, wounded and bleeding, I finally understood one thing. Power itself is not wrong. What was wrong was my fear of the illusory cost, which made me hesitate. But today, I am willing to pay any price for him. I could feel my own life force draining away at a terrifying speed. My vision began to blur, and the ringing in my ears was deafening. But I knew I could never let go.
Crazy! You mad woman! Burning your life source like this, you'll die! You'll die too! Let go!
I die, as long as he lives.
Stop! Faye! I forbid you to die! As the chief of the Shadow Clan, I command you to stop immediately!
The battle was finally over. Hazel's threat was gone, and the Shadow Clan was saved. I heard his heart-wrenking calls, filled with fear and despair. But I was just too tired. My body no longer felt like my own, and I could only let my consciousness fall into that endless, cold darkness.
Faye, I'm begging you, open your eyes and look at me. You promised me. You clearly promised you wouldn't leave me alone again. You are not allowed to die! If you dare die, I will bury the Shadow Clan and this entire continent as your sacrifice! Faye, do you hear me?
In the final second, before my consciousness was completely consumed by darkness, I felt a drop of hot, salty liquid land heavily on my eyelid. It was Sean's tear. Don't cry, my love. I felt like a feather floating in the boundless darkness for a very, very long time. Yet, I could always faintly hear a voice, hoarse, broken, filled with endless despair, desperately begging me to come back.
Boss, it's been 7 days. You haven't eaten or drunk anything. If this continues, your body will give out too. Lady Faye forcibly activated her eclipse power to fight Hazel, and her bloodline origin has been completely exhausted. The fact that she has held on until now with this faint trace of breath is already a tremendous miracle.
Boss, you must accept this. It's time to let her go peacefully.
Get out of here! Who said she's dead? She's just too tired, just sleeping! Faye, don't sleep anymore, okay? I'm scared. You said before, as long as I was willing to believe in you without reservation, you would give me your life. I believe you now. I believe everything. Please take your life back, won't you?
The once lofty, arrogant tyrant of the Shadow Clan was now shattered into pieces that couldn't be put back together because of me. How could I bear to let him be so hopeless?
Faye, I won't allow you to leave me. If you truly won't wake up, then I'll go to the unworld to keep you company. Through mountains of blades and seas of fire, I'll go with you. I mean what I say.
I was forcibly pulled back from the abyss by his tears and his resolve.
What's going on? The mighty Alpha of the Shadow Clan. How did you become so ugly?
You big liar, do you know you nearly scared me to death? I thought I was really going to lose you.
I'm sorry. I'm back. This time I promise I'll never leave again.
Surviving a great disaster. To fight Hazel, the special bloodline power of the Eclipse clan within me has been completely exhausted. Perhaps from now on I can only be an ordinary person. But I have no regrets.
After losing the power of the Eclipse clan bloodline, I completely became the most ordinary, most vulnerable Omega. In the past, I would have panicked. But I'm no longer afraid now.
Oh, I never asked you. What happened to Damon in the end?
That beaten dog? His entire cultivation was crippled, and he's been exiled to the frozen wastelands. He'll never set foot outside the ice plans again. As for the leaderless Silver Moon clan, they have fully signed their surrender and submitted to the Shadow Clan. But none of that matters. For the past month, only one thing has been most important, is that the elders have already chosen an auspicious date.
Oh? What auspicious date? How come I don't know?
A real wedding, one that belongs only to us. This time, no reluctant substitutes, no scheming conspiracies. I want everyone in the entire Northland to know that you, Fea, are my lawfully wedded wife, the only one I've ever marked in my life.
Have you thought this through? Marrying a cripple who has lost all her bloodline power as your Luna in front of the entire clan? That might tarnish your reputation as a war god.
Whoever has a death wish and dares call you a cripple, I'll personally rip out their tongue. You are not only the Luna of the Shadow Clan, but also the wife I snatched back from the jaws of death.
From now on, you are my only faith.
Sean, on this journey, I have never regretted meeting you.
Same here. You are my one and only eternal destined mate.
This has never been a tragic story about a substitute bride and mutual morment. I am Faye, the eternal Luna of the Shadow Clan.